Blink for a second, and you'll miss a great deal of stuff in a Disney movie because every frame has so many details. The creators love to play with our feelings through Easter eggs, and sometimes when they get bored, they appear in the animation. Surprising? Here are all the times when the team couldn't help itself in making a cameo. First up, a question. When animators working on a Disney movie have a disagreement, how do they resolve it? And the answer, they turn disagreement into art. Yes, that's right, because in Sleeping Beauty, when you saw Flora and Merryweather changing the color of Aurora's gown because they just couldn't agree on a color, it actually was the animators who couldn't agree on blue or pink for the gown, and they showed it as such. This turned out great as the fairies took the blame and made us laugh. Next, we have when animators' inside jokes made it to the movies. After musical numbers, the only reaction allowed is clapping. Seems like the test audience for Aladdin wasn't aware of this rule. The animators had enough after several preview screenings with uncultured audiences, so they decided to add an applause sign in the song Friend Like Me as an inside joke. We want to be an animator at Disney to give such subtle hints when no one laughs at our jokes. Even their inside jokes have a fan following. Also, they've got the best comebacks. At one point, Disney got tired of Christian groups who claimed that Disney movies have inappropriate messages. Animators decided to give them a reply in the form of a hidden message in the segment that Disney created for the 1991 Oscars. They hid in a scroll that read upside down, looking for satanic messages? Give us a more mic drop moment than this. And now, Disney says thank you in the sweetest ways. There's a backstory behind Camilo's madrigal from the movie Encanto, one that'll make you jealous, so watch this at your own risk. Apart from the fact that Camilo's name references a chameleon because of his shape-shifting powers, it also references Camilo Garcia. Now before you ask who this Camilo Garcia is, let's tell you that she's the tour guide that helped the crew working on Encanto. Garcia said that she was hired as the tour leader for a group of creators for the film in 2018, and she gave them a tour to various places in the country and saw them work with Colombian musicians, anthropologists, biologists, historians, dancers, choreographers, and artists in their quest for making a movie that represented their culture. Quite a lot of homework, but the team decided to honor their tour guide in the best possible way. On that note, we'd like to ask Disney if there's anything we can do for them. Next up, Disney casually collides two universes in nanoseconds. Of all the books Jonathan Taylor Thomas could have read in Man of the House, he decided to read the one with an ad for The Lion King on its back. Why is that a problem? It's because Jonathan Taylor Thomas voiced Simba. Either he loves himself so much, or the creators decided to honor the artists that worked on The Lion King. Whatever it is, we got our wait a minute moment. Also, in a scene in Frozen 2, Elsa walks through the memories of her past and sees her parents. Her mother asks her father what he's reading, to which he replies that it's just some new Danish author. The cover of the book showed a bit of The Little Mermaid, so he was referencing Hans Christian Andersen, who wrote Snow Queen, a story on which Frozen is based. And now, do we sense a love story between A Bug's Life and Dumbo? Yes, we do. The circus train that appeared in A Bug's Life was named Casey Jr., which was also the name of the train in Dumbo. Also, the Bugs train made a very cute reference to one of the writers of Dumbo. It was named J. Grant Bakery, and one of the writers on Dumbo was named Joe Grant. Of course, they never forgot the one who made caricatures. The composer of Rhapsody in Blue, George Gershwin, is seen playing piano in the Rhapsody in Blue section of Fantasia 2000. He was animated in the style of Al Hirschfeld, who often made caricatures of Gershwin. Cute. Next, Disney is a big happy family. A movie does well when all the family comes together to work on it, a motto we believe Disney lives by. In Monsters, Inc., the character of Boo is voiced by Mary Gibbs, who is the daughter of a story artist of the movie, Rob Gibbs. She's also named after her voice actor, which we found out when we saw that she signs her drawing as Mary. Mary was 2 years old at that time, and the crew did all they could to get lines out from her. The team followed her around the studio with a microphone and used jokes to get her to say what they wanted. Oh, to spend your childhood on a Disney set. And now, meet the real-life Ariel. Oops, did we set your hopes high? Ariel's character was based on model Sherry Stoner, who was originally just a stand-in and acted as the live-action reference for Ariel. But animators liked her so much that they ended up giving some of her personal movements to Ariel. Disney loved the work, and Stoner was brought in again for Beauty and the Beast. There was another leading character based on a real-life person. You must have noticed that Mulan touched her hair a lot in the movie. The animators gave her this trait because they noticed that Ming-Na Wen, the actor who voiced Mulan, touched her hair a lot during the recording. Ming-Na Wen herself shared this with us on her Twitter. Next, the creators never forgot where they came from. In Beauty and the Beast, Maurice got lost and came across some very unhelpful signs that had faded text. They didn't help because they weren't meant to. They were there to give a special tribute to the alma mater of animators working on Beauty and the Beast. The sign said Anaheim and Valencia, which are miles away from France. We're also not sure whether they existed in the mid-1700s. Animators didn't let that come in the way of their tribute to the California Institute of the Arts, which is located in Valencia, and that's the place where they started out. But not all references are happy. The only Disney movies in which both parents are alive are 101 Dalmatians, Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, Mulan, Hercules, and Sleeping Beauty. Duty. This has everything to do with the fact that Walt Disney felt guilty after his mother died. According to Disney producer Don Hahn, Walt bought his parents a house in which the studio guys fixed the furnace. The furnace still ended up leaking, and it killed Walt's mother while she was sleeping. He then included the death of parents in most of his movies. So, how many jokes can be made about you if your name is Rock? In a scene in Moana, a chicken swallows a rock, and one of the characters says that he's curious about that chicken eating a rock. Turns out, chickens do eat small pebbles. Much later in that movie, the same chicken bit Maui, who's voiced by Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock. We're forever in debt to the Moana writers. And now, gone but not forgotten. In a scene in Finding Dory, Dory passes by a sunken Volkswagen Beetle. This referenced one of the Volkswagen Beetles that played Herbie in Herbie Goes Bananas, which was thrown in the ocean during filming and was never found. If they could only make a movie Finding Herbie, that might work. Next, can you please stop cutting onions? In Seoul, many historical figures were listed on Hello, My Name Is stickers. The names included Muhammad Ali, Marie Curie, Queen Elizabeth, and Johnny Cash, among several others. One name that caught everyone's attention was Joe Ranft, who was a Pixar animator, screenwriter, and voice actor. What's the best way of paying tribute to an animator if not through animation? Evidently, Disney loves referencing itself. In Wreck-It Ralph, the high score is shown as 120501. Now, since it's Disney, this number has to mean something. Turns out it's the birth date of Walt Disney, which is 5th December 1901. Also, the sorcerer in Mickey Mouse's Fantasia that went by the name Yen Sid was just Disney spelled backward. In Johnny Tsunami, in the scene where Johnny's teacher is listing events that led to revolution on a board, she wrote the Kay Winther Act at the bottom of the board. Now, Kim Winther was the film's first assistant director, and we are dying to know his reaction. Finally, if you don't thank yourself, then who will? In Lilo and Stitch, Nani fooled us all by making us believe that she was signing Stitch's adoption papers, when in fact she was signing a thank you note to those who helped in making the film. The note was from the directors and the producers of the movie, and it thanked the hard work and amazing talent of Florida Feature Animation Studio, the artists, the production management team, and the overhead departments. The note ended with, Aloha Animal Rescue. If you want to read the full note, you know what to do. And that's a wrap for this video. So, what do you think about these witty references in Disney movies? Did you notice any of these before? Do let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button for more videos like this. See you at the next one.